What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another classic video review. So, in my search of finding VHS tapes that just bring this nostalgia factor back to me, this love that I have for this format, I've recently been buying some. And one of the movies that I had to own for my personal collection was a film that I always used to rent. On a previous one, Ewoks, The Battle for Endor, was a movie that I always rented if there was something new that wasn't there. This was another one. And I don't even know why. I'll get to it. I never saw the original, the classic, the 1930s version. Not until I became an adult. I don't know why I waited so long, but I did. And that is none other than Mel Brooks' Dracula, Dead and Loving It, starring Leslie Nielsen. I love this movie. This movie brings me back to a time in my when I was just a child, and I don't even know how to explain it. I really loved this one. This was such a good film. So this is Mel Brooks' take on Dracula. He did one on Frankenstein called Son of Frankenstein. I'm glad he didn't do black and white with this one, though. As an adult, I appreciate black and white films. As a kid, not so much. So, Leslie Nielsen, he plays Dracula. If you've never seen a Mel Brooks film, you won't understand until you watch it. If you have, you know what I'm saying. Mel Brooks, he did Spaceballs, which is his take on Star Wars, history of the world. I think he just did a new series, actually, on not Netflix, Hulu, which is like the history of the world 2 or 3 or something like that. This is a complete comedic take on the classic Dracula, 1930s Dracula film. It's got all the cliches. It's basically the whole retelling of Dracula, but in a comedic format. So if you know the story of Dracula, he wants to go over to England, and he hires this guy to come and help sell his house. It's so wacky. And like at one point, like when they staked one of the girls that were a vampire because she got bitten, blood is just consistently psh, psh, psh. It's funny. And then one of my favorite scenes is when Renfield is meeting with this psychiatrist guy. He's blueberries. Blueberries. I butchered that one. And again, my kids are wild. Anyways, he's eating flies, and it's just, it's a hard one to explain. But for me, though, this is one of those films from my childhood that I love. I don't know if it gets I know it didn't make enough money. I know it bombed, and this was Mel Brooks' last feature film that he directed, unfortunately, because that would have been cool if he would have done all of the classic Universal monsters. Anyways, Dracula, Dead and Loving It. 1 out of 5 stars. What do I rate this bad boy? I gotta give it a 3.5. I think it's super funny. It's got its flaws, like any film. It's not perfect. It's not great. It's not the best film you're ever gonna see. But I think it's got enough laughs in there that will have you sitting through and enjoying the whole thing. I'm not exactly sure what apps this is on, if on any, actually. Maybe go for Prime, check Tubi. But it's just, let's show you guys the back here real quick. Mel Brooks, he plays Van Helsing. It's great. Oh, and then like they definitely they didn't just like parody basically the 1930s version. It was more of actually I should say the Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Francis Coppola film. So they like when Dracula comes down at first he's got that big wig. That's kind of like I should have said Bram Stoker's version more. But anyways, that's Dracula Dead and Loving It. I love the film. Hopefully you do if you check it out. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video review, and I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.